crafty friends. Today is day number 3. Let's see what we have. Now, I have to admit, I caught a glimpse of it when Sarah opened up the door on HSN. So I think I know what it is. But let's open it up. All right, number 3. It's over here. Pull it down. Open it up. It is... Oh, there's more than one thing in here. Let's see. We have a stamp that is a flower pot. That is not what I thought it was. And we have 2 little stamps. That's a heart and a little flower. And then there's dies for the little heart and the little flower. So there we go. All right, so we've got some stamps, we've got some dies. Let's figure out what we're going to do today. All right, so let's take a closer look to what we have here. So we have the watering can with flowers in it. We have the stamps with a heart and a cutout of a flower. And the heart and the flower have dies. All right, so I have some paper cut. So I have a 5x7 card base. Then I think I'm going to make an easel card. So I have a 5x7 in craft, a 4 3/4 by 6 3/4 that I'm going to put on top here. This is for cutting and stamping those. Then I was thinking I would have this in the middle with the flower pot on it. Over here, I found this in my stash. It says, have a blooming birthday, a blooming good birthday. So that I think I'm going to put there. I think it's big enough. If I need to fill in some space, I can always stamp another little flower over here. And then this will be for the stopper on the inside. And I have a message that will go on the inside here. It says, wishing you nothing but blue skies, warm sunshine, and bright smiles on your special day. So that will go on the inside. And you know, anything, I thought about using the heart, but then I just found the sentiment, and so I'm going to use that. So I'm going to move this to the side for a moment. Over here, let me grab my stamping platform. I'm going to start by stamping this first, because I know definitely that's what it's going to be. So we'll get that done. This will go in the middle. Go here. Here. All right, that's good. That will be for the inside. Now, let me grab this piece. So I'm going to stamp the little flower and the heart. Then I will cut these out. All right, those are stamped. Okay, let's die cut these out. All right, let's see here. So the cutting edge is kind of in the middle, closer to the inside. All right. Let's see how these are going to line up. Looks like there's a good sized border here. I think I just stuck my head in there. This goes this way. Just going to grab my mini for this. see what we have. All right, that looks good. And that looks good. All right, these are now cut out. All right, so that is done. The inside is done. All right, let's do this panel. It's going to be on the front of the card. So this will go here. You know, I have this big, huge desk, but when I zoom in with the camera, the videotape, I lose all my space. I end up in like a foot-by-foot section here. Make sure I'm not putting that upside down. And I think that is going to need the little flower on the side. Let's see. I think we may put one in each corner. Maybe. Well, let me stamp that first. Now I'm not sure. Make sure that's straight. Black ink again. All right, let's see how this stamps. I did not condition it, didn't season it, didn't do anything to it. Let's see what it does. All right, that's good. All right, so, all right, let's get this done. Let's move this out of the way. All right, so we have, that's going to go on there. This is going to go on here. So let's go ahead and get this folded. And I'm just going to fold it in half. Okay. Here's our easel card. All right, so that will be like this. Let's see, this part will be down here. Maybe we'll add something on the sides. We'll see. All right, so that's done. So this piece here, I think what I want to do is take the flower stamp, and I think I'm just going to stamp a pattern all over the outside here. I think I'm going to either use Craft, since this is Craft, or Sweet Corn. Not sure which one yet. Okay, normally I would use my stamping platform, but for this, I'm going to use my rocker block. So first let me try Craft. And I may use a mixture of them. I don't know. We'll see. Let me see what the yellow looks like next to it. Let me clean this off real quick. All right. All right, that one, I'm going to flip it around and go this way. And go over here, down here, between here, off the paper over there. Let's see, those are both up that way. We'll turn it at, let me just turn the paper. There's one. Let's see, one more over here off the paper. All right, now we'll switch back to the brown. Over there. Over here. Between there. Maybe one over here. Let me come back in with the sweet corn. I think I need one over here. And one over here. Flip this around at an angle. Let's see. Could probably use brown one over here. Something over here. Put a yellow one over here. So let's see. That's how much space we need to cover here. So I think maybe one over here, which I'll make yellow. And a brown one over here, which I think I stamped that one wrong. All right, nobody will know. All right, so maybe we need one more over here. We want sweet corn over here. And maybe a craft over here. All right, walk away from the panel. All right, put these away. Okay, so now this is going to go on here. Let's get that glued on. This is going to go on the base. Oop, that slid. All right, give that a minute to grab. All right, this is going to go on here. Still think this needs a little something. Let me grab my black and edge this. Just going to drag it across. Okay, so that will be on here. Let me grab a piece of scrap, because I want to know what will it look like if I did that to the craft. Let's try it. That's what these advent calendar videos are for. Give something a try. Usually I do this with white paper, but why not colored paper? All right, so that will be that. So if we did that, I'm thinking I should probably do this. Is that going to cover that? Yes. And if you get one like that, then just do it to another corner and then it looks like you did it on purpose. All right, so now we need to color. Maybe I'll glue that on first, give that a moment to dry. Did not wipe the ink off my hands. All right, I think I'm making this worse. All right, so this all got smudged. Now, you could just start all over again. But let me show you something. If you get to this point and you have a smudge, I'm going to take, let's see what color. Let me grab my brushes. You know what? Let me color this in first, and then I'll decide what color I'm going to deal with that. All right, so this is for this. That's for that. This is here. Close my glue. I'm going to put my dies over there so I don't lose them. And let me grab a couple of markers. All right, so I settled on these 4 colors. I have Y21, R22, BG15, and G02. And that's what they're going to look like here. I think that will be good next to the sweet corn and the craft. I think that will be good. All right, so let's take this, because we don't need to color this, don't need to color that, don't need to color that. This we'll deal with when we're done coloring. This is what we need to color in. Let me grab a piece of scrap paper. All right. So let's see what we have here. Come in a little closer. So the leaves obviously have to be green. These are so little, there's not going to be any shading involved here. So I'll make the center. Maybe I should have made the center yellow. You know what? I will. I'm just going to keep dabbing it until it becomes yellow. There you go. I hope you can't hear that. Oh, that came out really pretty. There is some noise outside my house right now that is really loud. So we'll color in the petals. I think I'm going to do the same thing. Dab it with the yellow. Oops, wrong end. That's kind of spreading a little bit more than it should. All right, let me get my 00. Clean this up a little bit. All right, that will be fine once I color in the flower pot. Let's do the leaves. All right, so let's see here. What is leaves here? This is a leaf. This is a leaf. These are very tiny, so I'm barely touching the paper. This is very, very tiny. And a lot of detail in this. So take your time. Barely touch the paper. Here's a leaf here. Then there's those other ones. I think I want to get something slightly darker for those. This is G02. Let's see what color this looks like. That's still fine. So these little spriggy ones here, I am just dotting the paper. I'm not even, it's more of a dot motion. When you have something this small, you're better off just going dots, because that is so tiny. There's one more over here. Daisies, there's two different kinds of daisies. So let's see, this is Y21. Let's see what Y31 looks like. Just slightly darker. I'm going to use that for the center of the daisies. Wow, these are so tiny. I'm just gonna touch them like that. All right, I think I'm gonna go over the white daisies with C0. That way it won't look uncolored. It'll look slightly different than the white paper. Oh, there's another leaf there. But these are so small. Just gives them a little something so they don't look uncolored. All right, I found another leaf in there. There's a leaf hiding over here. All right, so now we have the flowering can and the heart. So let's see if that's going to be on here. You know what? I may just cover that. And put that on foam. Just cover that mess. I think I will. All right, so now I just need the heart, which, let's see, what color do we want to put those? You know what? I haven't used the blue yet. So let's make it blue. And with Copics, are a little different than the Spectra Noirs. The more you color over them, the darker they get. So you can just kind of flick it like that and get a darker color. Over here. I think that's a leaf. All right, now this kind of looks a little floaty, so I like to put ground. So let me grab an art liner. See if this is a good thickness. That's a good thickness. I'm going to give it some ground here. Oh, I got a little carried away there. All right, I'm going to go all around this with C1. Give it a little shading. I'm just going to put some gray in here. Smooth that out a little bit. Shadow in there. That will be there. Covering up our little mess there. Oh, we didn't color this. So that should be the blue, the teal, color that way so the light will be in the middle for the highlight. All right. Maybe that will be over there. I don't know, not sure yet. I'll use it someplace. All right, so we need to color this. I think I'm just going to take, oh, what color? Let's see what's left on here. There's not much left on there. Let me grab my, maybe sea glass? I love this color. Make sure I'm in the center here. All right. And I'm just going to give this some color. Not too much color. Just enough. There, see, now just adding that line adds so much to that panel. There we go. That looks good. That's better. All right, lid, cover, to the side. All right, let's glue this together. So I'm going to push the camera back up again. All right, so let's get rid of that. Don't need that anymore. All right, so we have our panels. Let's get the glue. Glue this on. Okay, let's put this in the center. Give it a chance to grab. Okay. Probably should wash my hands. All right, I'll fix that in a second as soon as I find my eraser. All right, so this I think is going to go up on foam. All right, so I did wash my hands and I have my 1/16 foam. Let me close this before that dries up. And I still cannot find my mono sand eraser. I'm I'm sure it's here in plain sight and you can probably all see it. Let me grab my little scissors. We just need a little piece of foam for the back of this. And I need foam for the back of this. I'm going to put one down the middle. Give it some support. Let me see if the regular eraser will take this off first. Oh, it is. Okay. All right, I'll get the rest of it later. So let's put this on here. All right, let me stand up so I can get this in the middle. That looks good. Looks straight. Okay. Now for the stopper, I'm going to use 1/8 foam. And this is on craft cards, so it's going to be pretty substantial in by itself. So I'm not too worried about it buckling. I'll put one there for good measure. Alright, so what do we have now? We have our flour, which we're going to cover my little bit of mess here. And you can see now that it's dry, it's not so bad. But since we have this flour, let's go ahead and just use it. Puts a little more interest there. Then I have to just decide where I want to put the little heart. So glue will go on here. So we'll put glue on the bottom part of this. This will get lined up to here. Just hold on either side, tap it to the bottom so it's nice and even. Okay, so now this will be on the inside. Now this, now that we have all this colored, because I did smudge this. This was a smudgy mess. So this looks a little unfinished here. So I think what I want to do, let's see, so this will be here. I think I want to put a white panel here on the inside. But first, I'm going to take the brown. Let me see how much is left on here. Let's see. All right, I'll just do it light. Go lightly around. Just give it a little color. There we go. All right, so that already looks better. All right, so let's see. Yeah, I need something here on the green though. So let me cut a piece of paper. All right, so I have a 4x6. So let's see what this does. So we have this here, this here, this is here. That will go in the middle. And that will now sit like that. Yeah, I think it definitely needs that paper. Now let's see, what do I want to put on it? Let me think. I don't think I want to stamp this again because I think then it may get a little lost. I think I just want a color. Maybe seafoam. Maybe just a seafoam panel. Let's see. All right, let's see what this looks like. That, or maybe I'll run this through an embossing folder, but we haven't gotten any yet. Well, we have that little one, but that one's not going to help me here. Oh yeah, that looks a lot better. Let's move this up, make sure you can see it. Let's see, so that will be here. This will be here. This will be here. And then we have our little heart. Because people do need room to sign. Maybe I should put this to the side. Oh, you know what? I think I'm going to do that. But first I'm going to edge it in black, like I did with the other ones, and then do it like that. That's what I'm going to do, and that will give people room to sign. All right, so let me grab my black again. And we're going to go down. I'm going to do the corners a little bit more, just to give it a little something. And to do that, I'm just holding it more of an angle. Oops, more than I wanted. That's all right. When you do this, you really kind of want it to not be the same. All over. There we go. We will leave it like that. Let's see. If we did it too much, I'll make another panel. You know what? I think it needs brown. Let me grab brown. I'm going to grab craft. I think it needs some craft on it. That's better. I think it needed to bring in the brown. All right, let's hold it together one more time. Make sure it's all good. Put this down here. Yep, there's the ticket. Okay, let me glue all this down and we'll be done. All right, so this will get glued in the middle. Keep my head out of the way. Yeah, that looks a lot better than the plain white or without anything there. And you can see all I did was scrape the ink across, and that's what you end up with. It gives you a nice little effect. Do I want to raise the heart? Sure. Let me grab the foam. Here's just a little piece of foam. I'll just put you on there, you over here, and you over here. I'll bring it down to, yeah, I think I'll bring it down to the bottom corner. And then we will be done. Day 3 in the books. Is everyone ready for Christmas? Everybody's trees up? Well, this year my granddaughter will be 3. So she was very into trick-or-treating and very much into getting a tree and Christmas decorations. I took her out to the store with me, and she saw the Christmas decorations a couple weeks ago, and she was like, yeah, I had to drag her out of Walmart because the way they had it set up, I think in her mind, she was in a Christmas tree forest. All right, so there we have it, folks. All right, I like the way this came out. It's a little bit different colors than I would normally use in a card, but I like it. All right, let me get this camera turned around for a minute. All right, so here's our finished card. Have a blooming good birthday. I really do like that little stamp. It's got a nice little flower pot in it. And this is, colors that are different than I would normally do, but I like it. So I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see again what day 4 brings us tomorrow. And if you like this video and you want to see the other ones, give me a like and subscribe, and then you can get a notification of when I do the other ones. And until tomorrow, friends, stay crafty.